last year, YouGov, a online survey. The statement is, do you believe the world is round or flat? One of the responses was, I have always believed the world is round. Only 66% of who took the survey, ages 18 to 24, agreed with that statement. How many people? It was 8,000 people, 8215 if you want to be exact, U.S. adults. They're not publishing how many 18 to 24-year-olds they actually interviewed. And, of course, this is going to be a weighted percentage. Weighted meaning that if only a dozen, 18 to 24-year-olds responded in a survey of 1,000 people, their individual voice is going to have a much higher weight. But I'm comparing this result. This was done February 6th, 2018. Now, there was a more recent one done by YouGov. This was done a year later, but this was just British adults, UK, Great Britain, our buddies from across the pond. They had a survey done. There was only 2,000 adults interviewed, which makes sense. It's a smaller country. From the results of 2,039 adults, the statement was, the earth is flat. The answers are definitely true, probably false, definitely false, don't know. From the age group 18 to 24, right here, where my mouse is circling around, that's the age group right there. It's 0. They found no one agreed, definitely true, with the statement the earth is flat in Great Britain. From the ages 18 to 24. 0. Not 1, not a half, but 0. Okay. So right here, YouGov released a more detailed results from their British survey, and they actually show the, what do they call it, unweighted base, meaning the actual number of people they interviewed, and for that age group 18 to 24, and it's 177 people. That value was never released for the U.S. survey. There was no details. All you had was that little JavaScript. Okay, yeah, I forgot. I thought I saved it, but there's nothing to save. You can't download like a spreadsheet. There's no spreadsheet or anything like that where they actually, any way you can tell the actual numbers of the people that they interviewed. It's broken down in all these different ways, but there's nothing that gives you a number saying that they interviewed X amount of people in this age group, like the British survey here. You can download this, and it's not as detailed as some of theirs, but it's 3 pages long. It's broken down, and it gives you the actual numbers. But it's just so weird that out of 177 people at that age group, they found 0, when they should have found a few dozen. They should have found a few dozen. And the only reason I make that assumption is because the U.S. and the British, we have very, very similar, I guess, percentage of beliefs. The British seem to be a little bit more in like the paranormal. It just seems that the U.S., they believe in the paranormal too, but they also like to believe in more like the sci-fi stuff, more of the like the aliens. I know it's not the same statement too. It's 2 different statements. One statement is, I have always believed the world is round, and only 66% agree. 66% of U.S. Of Americans 18 to 24. Okay. And then the British survey says 0% agree with the statement the earth is flat. and I am acknowledging that the British survey covered only a fourth of as many people as the American survey. But that's just such a huge like percentage. I mean, 33 versus 0. The next statement, probably true, was 1%, was only 1%. So even combining those two answers, it's less than 2% of British adults 18 to 24 would agree with the statement the Earth is flat. Just to kind of sum it up, at least a third of the people believe in some sort of nonsense, some kind of pseudoscience. So a third of the people, at least a third of the people, just give or take. When you do look at the information, when you go to the survey, the YouGov website where this was posted, where there are survey results that you can't download, you don't get this nice spreadsheet of detailed information. No, the only thing that they offer is it's this one single page. It's so weird. I don't know, like all the other, I don't want to say all the other surveys, I've only looked at like maybe 30 of them, all offer like more than a freaking, one paragraph. I mean, this is it. Look at it. And that's all from the American survey. That's all that YouGov offers as far as detailed. Unless you know how to magically download this little JavaScript. It's so weird. Gosh, let me check the chat. Shoot, does anyone... Oh, good, there's people here. I'm sorry. Okay, whew. Let's get to the chat. Let's get back to... because I actually have slides that look better than that stuff. All right. So, what citation is this American survey? That was just YouGov, and I was just kind of making the point that YouGov is just like suspicious. It's just suspicious stuff, and it's not like it's really that big of a deal, but it's like more, their surveys are like more based on like sensationalism, because who else is going to publish a survey about like, what would you do in a zombie attack? I mean, it's suspicious. And YouGov, as far as I know, it's a London company. It's based in London, but it just looks like the Brits are trying to make us look dumb. Not like it really matters. It's just an interesting thing. Now, there's other places that do surveys. There's much more credible surveys, and there's Pew Research. They do very exhaustive surveys. This first one is from, I have the year 2005, Gallup. But usually the Gallup polls are all around 2,000 people. I'm sorry, all around 1,000 to 2,000 people. This is United States, Canada, Great Britain. Just a generalization on what Americans believe versus what the British believe, and Canada's in there too. And I really like this one. Okay, out of the first one, of course, says houses can be haunted. 44% of British women say yes. 42% of American women say yes. 34% of Canadian women. The one that I do find interesting is that 23% of American women believe in witches, but only 13% of British women believe in witches. I don't know. For some reason, I just think that would be reverse. 32% of British women say people can hear or communicate mentally with someone who has died, versus 25% of American women. But they don't believe in witches. I don't know. Extraterrestrial beings, of course, Americans are all gung-ho about that by, a fair amount, about 5% there. In astrology, they're about the same. Let's see what else we have. This one, these are actually really old. This is 1990. I say really old. It's only 1999. Do you know who the first person to walk on the moon? In 1999, 50% of people knew that it was Neil Armstrong. In 1989, only 39% knew that it had the correct answer. I don't know. I would think they were more into. I guess we're more into space and whatnot than we were in the late 80s. Next one here. Thinking about space exploration. Do you think the government staged or faked the Apollo moon landing? Or don't you feel that way? This was conducted twice. The survey was conducted twice, and in 1999 would have been conducted by Gallup. Only 6% says yes, it was staged. And this was asked by two different people 4 years apart. Would you yourself like to go to the moon? In 1965, this was asked, 13% said yes. There is I remember an asterisk on this, that this was asked to 5-year-olds to maybe 18. So they were asking little kids this in 1965, and 13% said yes, and 27% said yes in 1999. So it doubled from 1965 to 1999. Once again, that's including kids. They were asking children 5 and up. This isn't too surprising because a lot of people might have a problem with it, but the statement is, just your best guess, how many different men have walked on the moon? Only 5% got this right. And the correct answer is 12 people. 77% said less than 12. It is now 30 years since the United States first landed men on the moon. Do you think the space program has brought enough benefits to this country to justify its cost? In 1979, NBC Associated Press, it looks like, conducted the poll. 41% said yes, it's brought enough. 1994, 47% said yes. In 1999, 55% said yes. It just appears that the outlook of the space program has improved over the years. Just pointing it out. I think this is the last interesting one. In 1969, they said 39% said yeah, double NASA's budget and get them to Mars. I think that was around the time of Mars Direct. 43% said yes. 54% opposed. This is the last one. Now I'd like to ask you about government spending on NASA. Do you think spending on the U.S. program should be increased, kept at the present level, reduced, or ended altogether? And the years we have is 1984, 1986, 1989, 1991, 1993. They did it twice. 1998 and 1999. So they asked this quite a few times over 15 years or so. It reads 21% says increased, it should be increased. So I'll read the increase. 21%, 26%, 27%, 21%. And then 1993, it drops down to 9%. I don't know what happened in 1993. What happened September 1993? Because it drops to 9%. I don't know. I'll have to look that up later. 41% of the U.S. population, they agree that it should be reduced or ended altogether, the space program. I don't know. It just seems weird that it dropped that much. September 1993. I don't know. Those were from the second set of surveys were all from Gallup, Gallup. The other thing about the YouGov surveys is it's just a very weird website. This is how frustrating it is to get any kind of information out of them. It's a nightmare. And not to mention that they're very unpredictable in what information that they're actually sharing. It's highly suspicious. So I just typed in dog versus cat. Can you imagine what would possibly come up if you go to the YouGov website, yougov.com, and type dog versus cat in the search engine? Okay, first one, who's watching Big Little Lies? I don't know. What is that? Is that a show? Second result, which brands should target Father's Day shoppers? Third result, somehow Vita Coco's tweet about pee didn't hurt. What the heck? I just typed in dogs versus cats, and it is the same. And I did check to make sure it wasn't like a spoof website or something that was being like hijacked. I'm like, maybe the site's being hijacked. Where advertisers can get attention from the pride community. What does that have to do with dog versus cat? Why are these in the results? And it's not like there's a little icon next to it that says like ads or like it's featured or something. These are the top results from it. I mean, how these brands won with Games of Thrones fans. I don't get it. Okay, I could see that maybe dog food. Let's just see that. No, I don't see anything in here regarding dogs versus cats. This is the company that we're getting our data from. I mean, we don't have a choice because it's not a common question. It's not something that's approached. The last time I did this, let's do another search. Okay, did you guys come up with anything to search? No, it's all from their website. It's not a crawler. It's all. These are all articles from the YouGov website. You just start typing in stuff. I swear to God, President Trump will come up no matter what. No matter what you put in there, President Trump will be in the results somewhere. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you type in. It's like it gives you the same like results. So here we are. I just loaded up Firefox, which I haven't used in probably about a week or so. And I typed into Flat Earth into the YouGov website so I can get a fresh result. 129 results. Let's just get this down to the last year. Same thing. I selected just this past year. Same thing. 129 results. Which U.S. city is the most eco-conscious? West Coasters give themselves top marks. Wonderful. Second result, President Trump, daily job approval. Third result, Nike's dream crazier, not generating as much attention as Dream Crazy. I have no idea. I have no idea what they're going on about. Another President Trump job approval. We'll go to dictionary.com because they're more trendy with their definitions. Dictionary.com, just in my opinion, seems a little bit more up to date. But I've never really done any kind of experiment to see how biased any of them are. What the heck is this? What happened to you, dictionary.com? Why are you giving me... Where's my... What the heck? What the heck was that? It was like all ads. Earth. Okay. Definitions. Flat Earth. Oh, wow. Okay. So do you guys see... Do you see what's going on here? There's no dictionary result for flat earther or flat earth in dictionary.com. There's no result. Wow, it's not even in dictionary.com. Holy cow. Earth. Look at that. Boom. Look at that. More. You could even see more. How many definitions do we have for Earth? Oh, 11. 12 as a verb. Wow, so there's a dozen definitions for Earth. How funny is that? Flat Earth doesn't even make dictionary.com. Look at that. And I thought this would be a boring show. Let's try this again. Barry on always makes me laugh. I'm going to do his suggested search here. Alright, this one's for you, buddy. Let's see. What the wow. I think you broke it. It's all product. What the heck? Yeah, this is like the worst search engine on the planet. So last year, YouGov, a online survey. The statement is. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. So I tried to upload that presentation to YouTube 5 times, and I had tags in it. Let me see, what did I have? Like British conspiracy theories, UK conspiracy theories. Did they fake the moon landing? All the stuff relevant to the polls that I was talking about. Hold on one second. There you go. Now I can see, guys. So, like I said, I try to upload that presentation talking about all the different polls done for the conspiracy theories, across the UK and the US. And every time I uploaded the video, YouTube would not give out the notifications. So I have other channels that I subscribe to myself, so I get my own notifications to make sure they get through. And that did not get through 5 different times. I uploaded the same presentation, and I changed it. Like I said, the first time I uploaded it, the tags spoke of the conspiracy theories and the moon landings and whatnot. So I'm like, well, that's weird. So I went ahead and uploaded it again and removed any tags that mentioned conspiracy theory, like the word conspiracy, and still didn't get notifications. So I uploaded it a 3rd time without any mention of flat earth or conspiracy theories or anything like that. So the tags were kind of weird, and it still did not push the notifications through to the users. And I waited a couple hours to see if anyone watched the video, and I had like 10 people. And it was like an hour, and that's very unusual for, not saying I'm popular or anything, but that's very unusual for my videos to only get 10 views in an hour. I mean, I had, as soon as I went live, I get like 5 views right away. So what's happening is they're not using your tags, they're using the words that you're saying, like you're physically saying on the video, to create their own tags. So just within the first couple minutes of the video, I mentioned conspiracy theories, several times. So YouTube is analyzing that because, they can do real-time closed captioning and stuff, and the AI can tell what the content of the video. And what they do is they match what is being said on the video to the video description, and most likely to a lesser extent the tags. I think the tags are just like a decoy. I don't think YouTube even really uses the tags for anything. I really don't. They might match them up for like a 3-layer verification type thing, but so I think the moral of the story is that YouTube has officially begun the crackdown on conspiratorial videos, or at least conspiratorial content. So this is quite unique because I wasn't promoting any kind of conspiracy theory, just giving you guys like some news on these polls that I found over the years, and they just happen to be about conspiracy theories, and boom, my video is not promoted, it is not pushed to my subscribers or anything. And like I said, I did this 5 times, so if anyone that watches the video, sees a bunch of notifications for this particular video title, let me know, because I didn't get any of the notifications. Alright, well, that's all I have. So I just want to give you an update what's going on. Well, I hope you liked my presentation, and you share it and whatever. So I'll see you, I don't know, when I see you next.